people who are blind from cataracts can't get a 45-minute surgery to cure them without a philanthropist's intervention. How crazy is that? Mr. Beast is one of the most famous YouTubers in existence, having garnered trillions of views on his videos. But in the video Mr. Beast posted on January 28th, 2023, Mr. Beast took a huge leap of faith. In this video, he works closely with doctors around the world, helping to treat people who have cataracts, cure their blindness, raise awareness about the disease, and of course, give away some money. At the time of this filming, 3 days after its release, his video has 70 million views. But despite doing a great deal of good for the people in the video, the reaction on social media platforms, in particular Twitter, has been mixed, with a lot of creators accusing Mr. Beast of exploiting people with disabilities for clout. I'm Dr. Jake, and I make videos about medicine and pop culture, and today I want to bring my perspective as a physician and content creator to the discussion. Is this video exploitation? Is it charity? Is it a little bit of both? Please note that I'm not your doctor, and this video is not medical advice. It's just my opinion. I don't pretend to understand the feelings of the people in the video, and I myself don't suffer from cataracts or have a disability. I'm just a doctor with a microphone, and I want to put in my 2 cents. Cataracts cause blindness in tens of millions of people worldwide, and unfortunately, doctors don't have a clear idea, no pun intended, of how to prevent them. A cataract itself occurs when the lens of the eye becomes cloudy and blurs vision, and because it primarily affects the lens, the treatment for cataracts is relatively straightforward. Remove the blurry lens and replace it with an artificial one. Ophthalmologists can perform this surgery in about 30 to 45 minutes, and the results are stark. Vision is restored almost immediately. But the problem is that cataract surgery is expensive. For those lucky enough to have health insurance or live in a country where healthcare is provided free of charge, cataract removal should be covered given the huge and immediate benefit it provides. But at least where I live, in the US, well, it's not quite that simple. Most people have 2 options for how to get health insurance. They can either purchase it or get it through their employer. So the first obstacle to cataract treatment for many people is that they just can't get health insurance. But the other problem is that even if you have health insurances, sometimes health insurance will deny payment for these surgeries, meaning that you have to pay for them out of pocket if you want them. And what this means is that many of the millions of people in the US who have cataracts can't get surgery to fix them. And of course, this is an oversimplification. There are actually plenty of other reasons that people don't get cataract surgery. They can't take time off of work, they can't get a ride to the hospital, they can't navigate our absolutely horrendously confusing healthcare system, or they just have tremendous wait times to get in to see a physician, because if you're trying to see a physician in the United States, you might have to wait 6 months to a year to get your first appointment. So Mr. Beast decided that he was just going to donate money to help 1,000 of these cataract surgeries happen, which seems great, right? Well, Twitter is mixed on the issue. Mr. Beast makes me sad. He seems like a lonely guy making soulless content for his algorithm hyperfixation, and his only passion is to make number go up. Now he's rich, but has no meaningful connection to anything other than a soulless algorithm and people who want his money. Now, Mr. Beast's content does cater to the algorithm because it has to. As a doctor on YouTube, I struggle with the algorithm every single day. There are even people whose entire job is just to figure out what title and picture will make people click on a video and get that video tons of views. And Mr. Beast is really good at this. Like I said, trillions of views on his videos. But I gotta say, I don't think that trying to get the algorithm to recommend your videos to people inherently makes you a bad person or a soulless person. In interviews, Mr. Beast has admitted to being absolutely obsessed with his work to the point of not being able to have a conversation about anything else, but he's also implied that he is that way because it's what he cares about. YouTube is what fills his life with meaning. And coming from the point of view of a person who sacrificed 80 hours a week for 8 years to get a medical degree and go through residency so that I could help patients feel better, I kind of get it. I really empathize with that mindset. I think I've recovered from it a lot now that I've gotten through residency, but I still have these moments where all I can talk about is medicine. I'll go to a dinner party and literally that's all we'll talk about, like the patients that we've seen and the silly things they've said and the cases that bothered us. And immersing myself in that work is kind of my therapy. And I think that's probably a little bit of what's going on with Mr. Beast. But more importantly, if you want to reach the masses with a message, especially on YouTube, you have to create content that people want to watch. If you search for cataracts on YouTube, you will find videos about cataracts that have gotten 100 views, 10,000 views, 1,000,000 views, and there are many reasons that happened. A video that doesn't hit 1,000,000 views isn't a failure of a video, it's just a video that didn't get viewed as much. The algorithm doesn't really care what a video is about. They just care that people want to watch it. So to get his message out, he has to play nice with the algorithm and post things that people want to see. Mr. Beast simps. He's not using his money to do this. He does sponsored philanthropy and has his own charity. He is one of many rich people who uses and helps others use charity to not pay taxes. He's not a good, selfless guy. He helps the government deny you healthcare via charity. Yeah, his videos are sponsored, and I don't think anybody has ever said that Mr. Beast is completely selfless. I'm sure he likes having money. We all like having money, just like television stations that run advertisements because they want to make a profit on the content they produce. And many streaming services, they actually charge fees instead of using advertisements. Like if you want to make good videos, that money has to come from somewhere. Mr. Beast has chosen YouTube probably because it's free to watch for an average viewer, and the trade-off is that there are advertisements on the videos. And he does sponsorships too. That's just a way of making money from the channel so that he can make the content that he wants to make. And I don't think that's inherently evil. I also don't think that it's inherently selfless. He's keeping a lot of the money. He's building a fortune. And the discussion of whether millionaires and billionaires should exist in the first place, I think belongs on a different channel. Thought Slime has a really nice video about it that I will link in the description of this one. But to the second point in this, Mr. Beast is not denying anyone healthcare by making this video. That's a ridiculous claim. Like, he has sponsors for his videos, and that funds the charitable efforts of his videos, but that actually doesn't deny anyone healthcare. You know what does deny people healthcare? Capitalism does, by making hospitals into for-profit ventures. And again, this is not meant to be a debate about whether we need a nationalized healthcare system, although I do believe that myself, although nationalized healthcare systems have their own disadvantages. There's another video you can watch by PhilosophyTube that talks all about rationing of transgender healthcare that I will also link in the description. But seriously, if you're going to make YouTube videos as a career, doesn't it make sense to take some of that money and cure people's blindness? That seems like a win for me. That makes sense, right? Like, comment below if you don't agree with that, but curing blindness, good. Mr. Beast is doing this thing where they're investing in their own self-image. It is exploitation. These people's lives are changed because a YouTuber exploited their disability in order to make content. So the word exploit, let's just be clear about what we're talking about here. The word exploit is being used to mean to take advantage of in an unjust way. In other words, what this Twitter poster is saying is that Mr. Beast is unfairly or unjustly taking advantage of the disability of these people whose blindness he is treating, or the doctors are treating and he's funding in this case. Now, I don't think that that's completely untrue, but I think to say Mr. Beast is exploiting people's disability and therefore this video is bad is a bit short-sighted, pun intended. Because Mr. Beast is not the one who created this unfairness. And he's not only relying on the disability of people as a hook for this video. In fact, the thing he's exploiting most in this video is the broken healthcare system that rations care and prevents people from getting treatment for things that are curable and are debilitating when not treated. Let me say that a different way. This system favors people with money so much that people who are blind from cataracts can't get a 45-minute surgery to cure them without a philanthropist's intervention. How crazy is that? These people are blinded, not a pun, just they are literally blinded by eye disease, and we need Mr. Beast to donate money to fix it? Insane. And I think it's fair to argue that Mr. Beast will ultimately profit from this video even if he loses money in the short term, because this video will enhance his brand, and it will, in fact, give him clout. It makes his channel and his brand seem overall more charitable. But the one thing I'm not going to do in this video is compare Mr. Beast directly to other content creators and businesses that do charitable work, because I don't think that's fair. Lots of companies do charitable work and they still turn a profit, but every single situation is different, and I don't think that other companies doing this automatically makes it okay. I think it needs to be looked at a case-by-case basis through the lens of, is this balanced? Are we doing more good than bad? And obviously we want to do all good. That's the ultimate goal, but every single thing that we do has consequences, and some of those consequences are not going to be good. That was long-winded. Sorry about that. But in any case, I actually think that this video is important. And to me, in my opinion, it does overcome that level of scrutiny. Again, if you disagree with that, I'm at peace with that. Please leave a comment. We can talk about it. I love talking. Talking is what I'm doing right now, I guess. But I think this video, like many other videos, is a great example of how to direct people's attention toward what you want them to see. And in this case, MrBeast chose to direct their attention to a humanitarian cause, to curing blindness in people with cataracts. You can feel that it's overindulgent, that giving people money after they get a cataract surgery and having them on camera receiving it is exploitative, although, I mean, he's giving people money, so it's kind of a hard argument for me to swallow in isolation. Like, yes, he's exploiting poverty in a way, but these people are being enriched by him, so I don't feel too bad about it. They're also able to see after this surgery, so But in any case, it's hard to deny that the people who received this surgery were very palpably helped, right? Like, they can see now. They couldn't see before. Let me say it very slowly to make sure I'm being clear. Those people could not see, and now they can see. If you post a video about it and that video is monetized and giving you money, then that's not help. That's exploitation. You can help people, just don't make videos about it. Like, yes, MrBeast is enriched by this video. Got it. But the public's collective knowledge is also enriched by this video. This video has value because it shows the impact of cataracts around the world, as well as the impact of treating them, a topic that I don't think many people know about in any great detail. So I think to say, hey, don't make videos about it when you do nice things, is not necessarily my takeaway from this whole situation. And just to veer back into the land of what is exploitation, it's the unjust part of exploitation of these patients that I think really needs to be discussed. Because the line of what is unjust to the point where it shouldn't exist is really difficult to draw. There is clearly injustice in these people not being able to get cataract surgery unless a wealthy donor coughs up cash, but there are a few factors that really make me think this video is extremely positive. Number one, I can almost guarantee that every single person in this video agreed to be filmed. Now, granted, this in and of itself does not negate the responsibility to treat film subjects fairly, but consent is a necessary but not sufficient part of diminishing the level of exploitation that these people might suffer. Number two, every single person featured in this video was enriched themselves. And I don't just mean the people who got money or a new car. I mean, they received a surgery that has clear benefit to them. There's another pun. Don't get me wrong, people who are given things, people who are paid, can still be exploited. So it's still very possible that some of the people in this video felt exploited and therefore were exploited. But I will say that MrBeast didn't take anything from these people beyond their image and likeness. And number three, this video, as I mentioned before, has clear educational value. It helps explain what cataracts are and why they're worth treating, which in turn might help people with cataracts understand their own disease more, and also might encourage people with blindness due to cataracts to get evaluated and seek out help if they can't afford surgery. Will it fix everyone's cataracts in the world? No, of course not. But I do think that this video is ultimately positive. Whatever exploitation of disability there is, to me, is balanced out by the fact that MrBeast helped these people get their vision back. And the video also helps society by raising awareness of what cataracts are, why they need to be treated, and just raising awareness of the fact that a lot of people can't receive these treatments, and that is an inherent injustice. Could he have pushed that point harder? Sure, he could have. But again, it's all about making a video that people are going to watch so you get the maximal impact. His video is only 8 minutes long, right? It's not meant to be this epic story, although he does do a great job of editing it to make everything look pretty epic, right? Like, that's why his channel is so popular. It's a starter to get people interested in learning more, and I think he did a really good job at at it. So I can't force you to cut him some slack, but I will say I really love this video, and I think it's worth your time, and I think it's worth the public's time to watch and learn about this disease that affects hundreds of millions of people. But I'm curious as to what you think, so let me know in the comments. See you in the next one. If you like educational and amusing medical content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video.